Blessings, love. This is a gift that I offer at this time to help us all explore our collective anxiety and grief that is within this physical body. So much of our human experience in this life has been detached from being in our physical body. We have not been taught how to honor and explore the sensations in our body, and so much that we feel or sense in the system ends up being categorized as pain. And yet if we can learn to come closer to our physical body as a spiritual practice every day, something that we can teach ourselves and practice intentionally to understand ourselves, to get to know ourselves, this truly can change our lives. This is the new earth revolution from within. Self-care is a sacred act, and we're here to learn how to nourish and nurture ourselves. And with a lot of us being forced to stay inside, our bodies are calling to us. There is a lot of tension and a lot of pain and a lot of discomfort and a lot of awkward feelings around deep fear around our overall security and livelihood and well-being being threatened on the daily. And so I restore my energy and I reclaim my energy by connecting with my physical body. My physical body is the receiver and the transmuter of my entire human experience. Mental, emotional, physical, spiritual. This energy lives within this entire being. So let's explore together. Just the superficial touching of this entire body, just touching the joints, touching where the major muscles attach, just connecting to these parts of our body. This part especially into subclavian area and the sternum where the pectoralis muscle attaches, just over your beautiful heart. Touch these bones, touch these soft tissues, and explore the sensations. For humans that have breast tissue, we need to learn how to massage our breasts every single day. For humans that are partners of humans with breast tissue, we can incorporate therapeutic breast massage as a daily self-care routine that we can offer each other if we desire to explore non-sexual intimacy in that way. We are fluid beings by nature, and we need to keep the channels clear. We need to keep the hemodynamic flow moving through the body. The blood flow, the lymph immune system flow, the nervous system flow, and the chi, the life force that moves through this beautiful body. If the water body is stagnant and the flow is not happening because of tension, inflammation, chronic stress, chronic disconnection from the self, we are always being asked to come closer to this being. When there is a blockage and stagnation, there is disease. Whereas there is disease, there is sensation for the human consciousness within the human body to react. Will you respond? You can explore your body every single day as a spiritual practice to heal these ancient wounds of disconnection from the body. We have all been taught how to disconnect from our physical bodies. We have all been taught how to ignore pain, be afraid of pain, and to not trust ourselves within our bodies. But we can learn how to trust ourselves now. We can learn how to care for ourselves. And part of learning how to care for ourselves is learning to explore ourselves. Learning to explore sensations, embodiment, and anatomy consciousness. Learning how to understand myself as a human, becoming human, moving my body, learning how to make peace with this body, touching this body. What a miracle it is that I can even move at all. It doesn't matter how stiff you are. It doesn't matter what ability you have at this time. whatever ability you have, you can create some form of energetic movement with intention to know the self more. Move this beautiful body, touch this body, and learn to breathe. Open up the body. Open up the intention to get to know yourself. Do you desire to get to know yourself? Learning how to breathe is so important. And on the inhale, your abdomen actually expands outward. So just practice, just taking an inhale and allowing the diaphragm to expand. And on the exhale, we can draw the abdominal muscles towards our spine. So on the inhale, the abdomen expands, and on the exhale, I pull the abdominals, just pull towards the midline and pull towards the spine. Just practice this. You can do this as many times as you desire. What if I practice taking 100 really conscious breaths as a spiritual practice, as a meditation for embodiment? What if I practice doing 10? What if I practice doing 20? We're practicing learning to be in this body and to not allow the crunchiness and forcefulness of the anxiety-driven mind to push us beyond our spiritual practice. We practice our spiritual practice, our sadhana, to tell ourselves we are willing to be here with ourselves. We are willing to learn to be ourselves. This is going to take time. And for people with grief and trauma backgrounds, it's terrifying to come closer to the physical body. And I know this within my own self. I struggle coming closer to myself sometimes so deeply because of the pain that I experience and have experienced. But the willfulness within myself, the desire within myself to come closer to myself is stronger than my self-evasion. I desire to understand my self-evasion and honor my self-evasion and honor the self-betrayal and the self-abandonment that I inherited from my ancestry. There's a story emerging through this physical body, through us all, my love. There is a story of how we learn to abandon ourselves and learn to abandon our physical bodies. This great teaching from the beautiful Sarah Durham Wilson, the Mother Spirit, taught many years ago that touched my soul was that when they eradicated the goddess from our consciousness, when they relegated God as a man in the sky, we learned to detach from ourselves as part of nature. And we learned to detach from ourselves as one with nature and one with the earth. And so in order to remember yourself and your connection, inherent connection and oneness of all, you have to come back to the body. And so embodiment practice takes time. It'll take years, and that's okay. There is no rush on healing. There is no rush on the homecoming. You can grieve and grow at the same time. You can grieve and be grateful at the same time. You can be awakening and have blissful, incredible, and beautiful moments, and then have the most disgusting, foul, painful experiences. Clearing the congestion and the tension and the pain in the abdomen is vital to human healing. Learning to touch your abdomen, learning to connect with the muscles of the abdomen, learning to feel where the congestion and the tension is, learning to spend time massaging your abdomen. For postpartum humans, just gentle mobilization of the muscles can help with back pain and rib pain and anxiety overall. We are all birthing something deep at this time, and we really need to learn to care for this body that's carrying so much sensation. We are reclaiming our energy when we nourish and nurture our body, restoring energy, giving myself back to myself, connecting to the hip flexors and the lower abdominals muscles and the hips and the pelvis and the tension you carry around in your root and your sacral chakra is imperative to your healing. You are not just a floating head. You have an entire physical body that needs your care. And self-massage and stretching and mobilization in whatever way is possible for you at this time. And doing these things for your family as well, especially as we are all inside. We all can spend time exploring each other's body with love, learning to touch each other with love. Any food grade oil, preferably organic if you can access that. I know it's a privilege to access that. Any food grade oil goes on your beautiful body. Your beautiful skin, your beautiful tissues are absorptive by nature. Everything that you put in and on your body absorbs into your body and becomes part of your body. So connecting to how we are willingly poisoning ourselves with unnatural products every day is also deeply imperative to your healing. Connecting to your abdomen every day and connecting to every part of your body every day is not a chore. It's a beautiful gift. Connecting to tissues that historically are being abandoned. Massaging tissues and muscles and connective tissues, your fascia, mobilizing it, helping bring oxygen into the tissues through the massage is so helpful for cellular healing. This is such an essential part of healing. Massage is an essential service. Massage is an essential part of life. Massage is one of the oldest modalities of healing. It is indigenous medicine. It literally is healing the waters of our being. And when we don't respect water, and when we don't respect nature, we don't respect our own body. And so willingly coming home to our body every single day, even if for 5 minutes you give yourself some time in your sacred space, you touch the parts of your body that are sore, touching the front of your abdomen and your pelvis and connecting to the muscles and the bones in your body, connecting to where all of the muscles attach to in your body. You deserve to learn to know this. You deserve to learn to be curious about yourself and to be curious about your body and to teach the humans that you've brought into this world to be curious about their bodies. This is the gift that we can return to every single day. There are so many beautiful people in this world that have shared so many of their gifts on the internet for free. If you go onto YouTube, you can find so many incredible self-care videos. I have a YouTube channel, YouTube Tessa Ridley Self-Massage. I have a self-massage playlist that has all of the most incredible self-massage videos that I have found during my self-healing journey that I come back to again and again. Learning to trust yourself. Learning to trust yourself and touch your body is so important. There's so much pain and so much stagnation in this being and in this body. Every single day, I can learn to move in a way that I've never moved before. I can learn to speak words that I've never spoken before. I can read things I've never read before. I can acknowledge my divine privilege of having access to the unbelievable amounts of information available to me. This is the privilege that we all have, these varying privileges. And then we can bring our light into this life by sharing the things that we're learning, sharing the things that we're waking up to. Come back into this body every single day. Remember yourself. Remember why you came here. Remember that you came through a physical body. Open the third eye. Remember. Speak the truth. Open wider. Open the heart. Open the solar plexus and the sacrum and your root to the earth, rooted deep into the earth. You're an incredible human being by nature, simply for being alive. Self-care is sacred, my love. And boundaries are beautiful. And you connect to yourself, and you honor yourself, and you learn to listen to yourself. And you connect with the shame and the grief and the guilt and the pain of what it feels like to abandon yourself for eons. This is the homecoming now, my love. This is the homecoming now, my love. Return home. Come home. I love you. I love you. I love you.